And you're a medical marijuana patient?
Yes, I'm a legal state of California registered patient. And one of the things that's being said about Emmylyn's is that they gave away marijuana to the general public on Wednesdays, free pot, and it's misinformation. What actually happened is poor people, they live in that is a very kind of a poor neighborhood. And a lot of people in the neighborhood cannot afford marijuana. So they have a compassion program on Wednesdays where they give away marijuana to people that have these cards, an ID and a state card, making them legal patients.
I gotcha. And that's why the feds came in and closed up the shop.
That's what their excuse was, is that they're still following the guidelines set out by Eric Holder, who was the Attorney General, and that's that if it's in violation of both state and federal law, then the dispensaries will be raided. Well, the truth of the matter is a compassion program is what the state of California is what's allowed with Proposition 215, and that's what these people were doing. They were giving marijuana to poor people who desperately could not afford it. And that's what they're supposed to do.
Well, how's this going to be for you with that club closed? Do you have to, is it going to be harder for you to...
Well, there's a lot of clubs in the city of San Francisco that have compassion programs, and thankfully I am a member of one of those clubs. And I'm very happy to receive that marijuana, because otherwise I'd be doing without.
You get marijuana with the compassionate?
I get marijuana from some people on a compassion program, and I have to pay when I run out of the marijuana that is given to me, because I'm low income and an activist.
Anything else you want to say?
Not really.
Okay.
I wish they'd stop raiding the dispensaries in the state of California. I really wish they would. I wish they would obey and give states' rights a chance, you know, because a lot of people are allergic to pharmaceuticals, and they find that they're allergic to opiates, and marijuana is their only alternative without making their stomach very upset and sometimes bleeding. I personally have problems with taking Vicodin for several days in a row. It causes irritation in the stomach, and I'm not the only one it does it to. Marijuana kills nobody. Aspirin kills a lot of people, and you can see it's supposed to be a benign drug, and marijuana is supposed to be so dangerous, but it isn't dangerous. It is only dangerous if you use it when you shouldn't be using it, you know, and usually the people that shouldn't use it know it right away, because it makes them feel uncomfortable and they stop using it. Other than that,
okay, I'm going to take pictures of your card. Is that okay?
That's okay with me. I hope that they can tax and regulate and give them a job collecting taxes as opposed to busting people. Because right now, we seem to be second-class citizens, and we're damn tired of it. I spent $103 to become legal in order to obtain medicine and be able to transport a certain amount legally. And you shouldn't have to pay extra. You don't pay extra for Vicodin. You don't have to have a special ID if you're in pain and take a prescription medicine. You shouldn't with a state-approved cannabis program.
Well, Access to Love is here today to protest the raid by the DEA of Emmylyn's dispensary yesterday afternoon.
I think it's very important that anytime we have any law enforcement situation in any city that we can get to in the Bay Area, that the day after we convene at noon at that city's federal building, so that activists can exchange information and decide sort of a course of action and support each other on that. I'm very happy to have so many advocates here today. We're here because we know that Emmylyn's was raided yesterday, but we don't know all of the reasons why. And so I want to just kind of get a few people to speak and let us know what they've heard, what they know about the situation. But one thing I know for certain is that it's going to be very important, even after our speak out, the most important second step is for us to go up and ask our go up and inquire what transpired, what were the transgressions of state and federal law that allowed the DEA to come into the sanctuary city of San Francisco. This is we haven't experienced a raid in San Francisco in years of a medical cannabis dispensary. So this is it's very shocking, it's very sad, but it's also lacking a lot of information. And I guess that's where I'm at this morning, is I want to know why. I want to know how they're going to implement what Attorney General Holder has stated. So I'm going to let a few activists speak and hear their concerns and hear their knowledge of what happened.
Well, like all of us kind of heard about it yesterday in passing, and then as soon as I was able to get to the information base, what I found out was there are questions regarding tax issues and some questions regarding plant numbers. And what we need to do is more than just ask why. We need to make sure there's clarification on what the new policy is. Okay? Tax issues are not supposed to be handled by the DEA.
Really? State tax issues especially.
State tax issues, whatever issues, that is misuse of government agencies.
That's right.
It's called malfeasance. It's wrong. Okay, that's point one. Okay? Point two, on the numbers of plants. Okay? Due to the problem we're having between federal and state, it's very difficult to know the numbers sometimes of patients exactly. But, you know, that's also a state question at this point. That is not something the feds should be involved in. What the feds under the new policy need to be involved in are federal questions. So we need